Alright, hello. Instead of what I do normally, which is just 2 videos of me saying nothing, I'm actually going to be talking over this, so maybe you can get a little bit more from this. Anyways, we're going to be using Mutant here. Of all the commanders, he seems to be one of the better ones on here, if not the best from what I've seen. Other commanders that you could be using here are Exile, Cybernetic, White, Archmage, Paladin, and Cyberfused for various reasons. They also seem pretty good on the ship, but I'm going to be using a Mutant here. He's got a tool slot so I can put these dark matter prisms in without having to put it on the Marshal, which is probably going to be a limiting factor when it comes to HP if you board both the Marshal and the Mutant or some other commander without a tool slot. He's probably going to be the limiting factor, and you don't need the innate translocating of Exile and Cyberfused here, although they're still pretty good here. But anyways, let's get down to the run itself. Reorganize the crew here, and let's put the dark matter prisms on Mutant. Let's have our Sorcerer as the pilot, and put these guys in the same room. Probably going to be boarding with both of them early on, but later I might be only doing Mutant as boarding if I run low on prisms. Alright, we got a pretty early Shaman shop, which isn't ideal, but we also do have 3 shops that we can visit, which is pretty good, so I can probably skip out on this Shaman. I don't need the crew right now, and it's probably likely I'm not going to get much. These systems are good, and I want to get something like Shield Charger here. That would be ideal. I'm never going to go to the Shrine. Imperial Shrines tend to be not that good. The crew members that you can get from Imperial Shrines are fairly decent, but they're generally pretty overpriced for what they are. I really don't like them that much. Like, this Imperial Marshal here, he has worse stats than a Gorgothian Legionnaire, but he's 15 scrap more expensive than him. So, generally I would say not to go for the Imperial Shrine unless if you really want a specific Imperial unit. Most common of which would be something like a Scribe with Purify. Purify is a spell that's vastly useful on pretty much any run, and it's useful against all the bosses. Took this fight pretty well, only 1 hull damage, which is very easy to recover from. 50 scrap, we're in Imperial sector for our starting. Nothing to really sell other than 2 scrap, so there's nothing really useful I can get from that shop. Like, not even a Imperial Scribe at 60 is going to be obtained from that. Let's Graviton Fuel here. So this, Purify. Hopefully they go into this room, then I can Dark Matter Prisms, kill Scribe with the prism itself, and then we can get kills here. So we can delay that. I don't think I want to take more HP damage though. I just wanted to delay this so my armament can actually do something here without taking damage. I'm just going to immediately recall, because I got the kill that I wanted for system damage. Going to Mag Pulse into weapons, and then also Ret into it. Just so... Mag Pulse didn't really matter because they have Purify filled with Scribes, but the Ret is just to delay their armament that much more. I don't want to teleport again if I have to, so I'm probably just going to repeat Mag Pulse until repeat that action until the fight's done. It's not like I'll get much done. I'm gonna Fireball here to try to distract the crew members here. Over here, you can see them moving over, because Graviton is just gonna get purified by one of the 15 scribes on their ship. This time I'm gonna hit shields, because next time I charge, I'm gonna be able to hit that before they actually get a salvo off. Hopefully, that is the hope. Graviton, just... why not, but it's probably not going to do much. Mag Pulse I can't stun to delay the repairs, which sucks. I'm going to hit weapons here, and it's just going to be a repeat of this for the remainder of the fight. Not much to be said here. I really hope I'm going to get enough scrap, which I should for getting into the ranges of scrap that I want to for that system shop coming up, you really want to be getting stuff like Shield Charger and Hull Reaper at those kind of shops. They're pretty just generally really useful systems. Like for Hull Reaper, just time that a little bit. For Hull Reaper, it's going to be pretty nice here just to substantiate my damage output, but outside of that, it's just substantiating my output and allowing me to heal. Shield Charger's going to be purely defensive, as it is a defensive system, but it's very useful to have on Doom Engine and Starflare. Not really on Necrobarge for the final boss at the end. Necrobarge doesn't really have a real way to actually go through 3 levels of shields pretty consistently. It won't do that, so you really don't need to account for it. I don't want to disrupt this guy because I kind of want to take favored in combat here, so I might just hold the ret even though I already fired the mag pulse. That changes things. I want to now ret and just recall. So I'll disable their weapons, and I probably am just going to disrupt this guy with the mag pulse. I don't want to use a dark matter prism to disrupt this. I could have disrupted it while I was over there, granted, but at this point it's a little late to do that. I'm gonna mag pulse, here, and then ret into shields. So if one of them misses, ret will probably hit the force shield anyway. Then we fireball down there because it'll distract hopefully these 2 crew, but it might do one of those 2. Yeah, they're gonna get pretty distracted here, and they're gonna die to fire damage here, if anything. So this should be a over and done fight. Missed that. Hopefully, actually repaired that. It'll be fine anyways, though. Quite surprised they did, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, put that guy, and we have enough scrap to buy Shield Charger, which is amazing. Havoc Maul is really nice. I really like these. 2/2s, where you have 2 DPS plus 2 DPS against 100 HP. It's a really good stat lineup for a weapon, because the 2 DPS is normally enough for this low HP crew, and the extra 2 DPS really helps against those higher HP crew, while it also gives an effect. It's probably just better than Decapitator in most cases, which is just a flat 4 DPS. Anyways, I didn't get any of the systems I wanted, but Putrefactor 1 is a consideration. I could also go to the mechanic instead of going through Rift crew contracts, although this is what I would prefer, because Abstract Wound, if you don't know, once you hit Torment 12, the event itself doesn't make your Torment go up anymore. You just get reagents for the fights. Anyways, I'm probably going to just skip, and I'm going to the system shop. I really want to get those systems pretty early on, although this ship doesn't really start with really too many additional systems. You start with Graviton, but you have 4 system slots. So I might get Siege, Shield Charger, Hull Reaper, and then this slot I can use for Thrall Pit if I somehow get Blood Spear going or whatnot. This will just have, in the late game, I'm not going to be using it now. I'm going to be buying this now to actually narrow the pool of systems. So it's more likely to get something like Hull Reaper or Shield Charger. That is the point. I want to put Shield Charger here. Probably going to put Hull Reaper here. If I got missiles, I would probably put it here, but I might not get missiles. So I'm probably going to put the Siege there. I can always put the missiles like here or something. It's not a big deal, although it'd be optimal to, well, in my opinion, with how I want to place these things. I'm going to teleport here. I don't actually want to kill the husks with the Dark Matter Prism. I want to get system damage off them. So I'm going to teleport here, then into there, and then graviton. So, well, I'm not going to really escape. It's pretty nice. Nice and dandy and dandy. Alright. Might teleport back at this point. Going to be probably taking damage. I'm going to go here. Hopefully I can disable this. I got pretty lucky there with this, but it still took a little bit of damage there. Let's disrupt that. Alright, took that out. This isn't getting put out, so that means it's gonna do system damage at this point. And then we just right in there, and yeah, all good. Let's try to disrupt their shields repair. I don't really care about this as much right now. I'm just gonna run it again. Voila, they can't shoot. Graviton for no apparent reason, why not? And let's fireball in this room, so they have to go all the way up, and then all the way down. It's pretty nice. Well, if they actually wanted to go repair this fire, but they're not. So, oh, that sucks. Right. I'm just going to Magpulse them. I really just want to delay their repairs. I could board, kill them now, but I do want to save that prism if I can. Alright. Just gonna disable the Siege Bombard again, and shields repair isn't as really much of an issue right now anymore because, well, I have Magpulse. Magpulse doesn't deal hull damage. It's only going to be used to break the shields. So, let's just do this. And now they're just going to die to crew damage. I don't need to actually do anything at this point. Well, not die to crew damage, die to hull damage because they're refusing to put these out because of crew damage. Anyways, those are pretty just chill fight. Whoa, heavy translocator. So, that makes things interesting. That means I have renewable boarding, therefore, I can use these prisms all I want. Well, unless if I want to save them. But, it really means I can use them a lot more. That's a pretty good drop to get really early on. Alright, I'm gonna go to the top node. Doesn't really matter there. I'm probably just gonna go systems anyway. I believe it is attack here. Alright. That one is an event I'm actually not too familiar with. I'm gonna move them here. I wanna actually board with everyone here. And bye-bye. Alright. Hopefully I can get a... Ooh, I should have probably boarded here. I'm probably gonna just take one hull damage anyway at this point. So, just get a one kill in there, make this easier. Then, alright, graviton. But then put everyone into weapons to try to repair it, and then ret into there, even if they repair this. One should hopefully hit. Alright, got two, which is awesome. They got their 2 shots off before I got there, but oh well. Now I can reboard again into weapons. Alright. I'm gonna put the fire in here. See if I can get 1 kill, recall, and then hit weapons. Hopefully it caused fire. Who knows though. I'm gonna put you in shields for now, because this is probably gonna get desynced where shields might matter. Also, he's not gonna be boarding on the next jump probably, so I don't really need to worry about him being next to mutant with his heavy translocator. Well that sucks, so I'm just gonna dark matter prism. Bye bye. And then I'm back. Have to pay a bit more attention there. Could have just dodged that if I knew that was the right cast, but for all I know it could have been a transfusion cast. So, should remain cautious. If I moved him out there, he wouldn't have gotten it in time. That should be ever given. Yeah, not rejuvenate, transfusion. I'm gonna Mag Pulse in there. Hit weapons again. And one more salvage. That should be it. Unless if the fire randomly blows up my ship, which I severely doubt. Alright, let's put a fire in here this time. Make them run away from there. Let's move him. Move him. Move him. Now we'll hit. There we go. Alright. Dark Matter Prism. Let's go. Alright. Go here. And let's see what we get. Investigate. Injure. Oh well. Go here. It covers for both routes that we might want to take, but I'm probably going to take... Actually, I might take the crew one now, because I don't have enough scrap for the other. You have enough HP to actually board? Do you have force shield? You do, so I'm actually going to let them force shield. Then I'm going to teleport here, or here. Probably here, because he'll move up and they'll stay in the rooms. Yep. Well, let's bait him into the room. And now I can take a favored combat there, and then I can do it here, and then I can do it here, and then kill the crew. At a pretty efficient level. Alright. Oh, well, hull damage there. Ooh. They have siege bomber, that's why that's happening. Okay. I'm gonna hit their... Okay, I'm gonna do this weapons. So that should not be an issue anymore. Why did they get stunned? Mag Pulse. Actually, that's pretty convenient. Yeah, just prepare the graviton. There we go. Not as ideal as I want it to be, but this hull is really not an issue. You can just go to the shipyard, repair all of it, and be completely fine. Or if I get Hull Reaper, which I'm in range of now, by going here, which I actually might go here now because I'm in range of that. And if I really want shield charger, I could probably sell heavy translocator. Yeah, I'm gonna go here. Because if it's just Hull Reaper, then fantastic. If it's shield charger, then I could sell. Yeah, it's just Hull Reaper, yeah. And I said I was probably gonna put it in one of these rooms, so I'm gonna put it here. And doesn't really matter where I put that power, I can switch power wherever I actually want to have it powered. Alright. Let's put the fire here. And then board here. And now do the Dark Matter Prism, get some extra damage. And this should be desynced as long as I do this. There we go. Alright, got our Dark Matter Prism back. Got some scrap. Have fun. I might... I need another crew member to really reorient their positions. Alright, double exclusion. That's pretty nice. Thinking... It's either one of these. Probably thinking Technocult here. They have pretty good shrine. Don't like the Imperial units. I'm just gonna go for units here. If I go to the Imperial sector, I might get a little bit more sector length, and therefore a bit more scrap. But I don't think that's what I want here. I want to board everyone into shield here. Oh, you didn't get grabbed. Alright. And this is an issue. It will hit. That means I should probably board weapons, actually. Get some damage here. Put the fire in there. And run them over there. Then we should be fine. Probably gonna Mag Pulse weapons. these, and then Retributor this. Oh, well, fires are gonna make them do really Wonka stuff. Just go everywhere else. Alright, and the rest of this fight should... Oh, get a Hull Reaper. 4 munitions, but I'll get a pretty efficient Hull Reaper here. Oh, wow. Amazing healing. Let's Mag Pulse Shields, so we can stall their repair. And then Retributor it, so reset their repair. Oh, or just kill them. Alright. Fleshy reagents are heavy. You could use it. Yeah, heavy Durplay, I mean. I think I will use that, because depending on how this run goes, I might need him as one of my primary boarders, so probably be pretty nice to have him. I'm gonna do Machine Shrine here. It's a pretty good shrine, not really sacrificing anything. Correct. Optimize. And proceed. 20 scrap. Pretty nice. I could get a guaranteed combat here and an extra jump for crew contracts there, which might be good. Yeah. I want to get as much scrap as I can here. So I might be able to get something useful there. Maybe even a Hex Priest, who knows. Hex Priest would be pretty nice and handy. I'm gonna just disrupt that like that. It's a little far. Yeah. Kill him. And teleport back. I'm just gonna take the rest of this fight like this. Because why would I trade crew HP when I could just blow them up? Or just get rid of their HP with fire. I might kill them just to make this a little bit faster. Alright. Because I won't be trading too much HP. There we go. Dark Matter Prism. They're gonna be sitting in my inventory for a while. Damn. Alright, let's just jump like that. Oh, another guaranteed event. Nice. Looks like I will probably be able to get something here. Alright. Let's board weapons. Yeah. And then once a husk gets in there, I'm gonna move mutant up. Actually, yeah, mutant. Yeah, I'm just gonna re-teleport the Dark Matter Prisms. I'm trying to figure out a way to teleport the Dark Matter Prisms, get a kill on weapons with it, but I need a crew member in there to actually deal the system damage. I might just end up, you know, manually just going for the husks and just killing them that way. Trade some HP to make this a lot more consistent and not have to use my Dark Matter Prism. Just trade him over here. Oh, he's gonna run. I don't want you to, but looks like I'm not gonna actually hit the right crew, so I'm just gonna recall and fire here. This bolt cannon's not an issue. Bolt cannon is not an issue. Probably gonna board shields next with my heavy translocator, just to make this shield charger much less of an issue. Hit their weapons. Get some fire in that room, you know, kill one of their sorcerers. I could Hull Reaper here, and I think I will. I'll get, like, your average 4 room with it. Make this fight a little bit quicker and hopefully get something, but no. Alas, I guess I get payback for that 3 hull repair on 5 rooms. Alright. Fight's going pretty well. Fireball down there. And then just Graviton, so they probably won't put it out, and this hopefully will spread. If anything, they're not repairing their shields anytime soon. We got a kill there. Alright. Alright. Let's try to stun him. Hopefully we can get him before he actually puts out the fire. There we go. Nice. And now their fires are just all around their ship. And they can't do anything. I'm gonna just blow them up. Amazing. Alright, just put out that fire. And then once it's out, we can be our merry way. 70 scrap. probably sell this, which is a little over 10 scrap. Get a husk. Yeah, I think I will do that. Because I'm in around that 80 scrap range, which is most crew. Don't really want him, so I'm fine with not purchasing him. Purify is nice here, though. Might just put it on my sorcerer. He's also a consideration, but I don't think I actually want him. Because I want to save my scrap right now. I think I'm just going to get Purify and, you know, bolt away. Could have gotten munitions. Don't think I need it, though. Alright, Machine Slave. Now I can do this. And keep them in the same room, while actually having someone operating weapons. A little neat. Alright. Let's see what this is. Assault Shield, which is amazing. But I actually have to take the heavy trans off. Which means, like, you're not as much of a liability, but I think you also might want it to make you more durable. So I think I'll just take the Dark Matter Prisms off. Hope I get another crew member with a tool slot that also is decent at boarding. Which is probably going to just happen next sector. Right, oh my gosh. We saw a scrap event. Because I want to go here. Oh, contracts. That means I can get an energy. Hopefully. That is. Okay, you two have Force Shield. So, let's do this. Try to get some good combat damage on him. Get a fire engines. We can just let him put out that. He's taking a ton. Yeah, oh, even with the system damage. Let's move up here. Oh, that's convenient. Into sensors, no damage. Hull Ripper now firing. Gonna take 1 damage probably. Let's bring the husk over there. Repair this and then take the husk. Actually, I'm just gonna make the husk repair that. Alright. Now we wait. Oh, no, let's just fire at the ship. Why not? I'm waiting. No point not to. Alright. Carry on back in position. Then we can hopefully get another jump of scrap and actually get 80 scrap so I can get shield charger raid. Okay, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Alright. Still gonna go here though, because even if I see shield charger, probably not gonna buy it, but oh, no NG. That sucks. Yeah, no, this is just a null shop. Alright, let's get shield level 2. And I will get 1 power on the next little bit of scrap. Alright, exclusion for scrap generation. Alright. Could do... Oh, Shrine of Rage is actually really good there. Get a lot of scrap there. Attack. Alright. You're going there. Okay. You should win this. Yeah. Let's let this guy kill this fleshlight. And then we teleport. This is probably... Ooh, that could be a... It's not a mind control, so that means it's probably a blood witch, or it's a blood curse spell. This is a little scary, so I'm going to teleport into their shields. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be blood witch. Oh, it's blood curse. I'm okay if you take it, yeah. I just don't want the husk to take the damage. There we go. Havoc while doing its work, getting that super chunky system damage. And hit that. Should just be killing the crew here. Do I actually want to trade that HP? now I'm just gonna let them do their thing. I'm going to actually put the husk in there first, and then everyone else, because husk HP, valuable, but, I mean, rather preserve my borders there, and I could, so why not? Now let's just finish them off, you know, see what I get. Hopefully it's just scrap. Yeah, alright, let's get 1 power. Alright, probably gonna upgrade for Shine of Rage. Just good here. Shooter. You won't win that. So I'll move everyone here for a brief moment. Then take these 2 guys out. Board into shields still. Get that little system damage. So this is, I'm gonna take damage here no matter what. Like, there's not much I can do here. Actually, I might be able to mag pulse here. And then Hull Reaper. Getting enough to actually do something here. I'm gonna take damage from the acid missile, that's for sure. Alright, there we go. Nice. Then hopefully we can hit that. I'm fine with that. You know, I don't care about my graviton. Let's put the commander on the throne so I get extra, a little bit of evasion. When I actually want it. I'm gonna repair siege first, actually. It's more valuable here. Let's get some evasion. Nice. And let's hit hard. It has the greatest chance of killing. So I hit 1, less evasion, more chance for the next one to hit. Alright. Although I actually don't know if that matters on Retributor, because by the time the first projectile hits the Dominic Heart, the second projectile is already past the shield line, which is when evasion is calculated. So I don't know if it actually changes the value for the subsequent projectile. Alright. I do want Shrine of Rage here, but I'm also pretty low HP, so it's gonna be a rough fight. Kinda want Hull Reaper 2 here. I know I have like barely an 8 power, but I might just kinda have to deal with it. Let's do this. I'm gonna just use up these med drones, get these guys to a reasonable HP, because, I mean, being on, before what, 25 HP, 20 HP on Mutant with no heal is gonna be pretty rough. So I'm just gonna actually use that. Give him some extra crew damage if I really need it, but who knows. And then we go Shrine Rage. The reason why I upgraded this here, just so I can get that bit more hull DPS, and well, actually get hull repair for it. This isn't that scary. I think they're desynced enough that I can just take this fight slowly. And by desynced I mean just like, they're not gonna be close enough firing that this will get through because of this. I'm going to mag pulse. Oh, fire items. Yeah. Alright, let's see if I want to get that repaired. Then disrupt this guy. So it's a Borg in him. I'm gonna kill the Ashen Priest. If I could. If I might. He's probably gonna return the throne so I can kill him there. Oh, that's... oh. Let's just purify. Let's hit the siege now, so I don't take that random chip because of that. Alright. Let's do this. Hit shields. Let's get 4 rooms here. Yep, go. Power the shields. Alright. Same crew. But I think I actually want a crew kill here. Or I could distract them. Shields, fireball, weapons. And do that. No, I don't really care. And hopefully this will do enough damage. I'm gonna hit weapons here. Not weapons. Missiles, you know what I mean. Yeah, no, I'm just not gonna kill you. Have fun. Nerd. Alright. I am gonna hit... I'm just gonna hit Siege here. Just make that a non-issue. Because he's not gonna be able to put this out. So I'm just gonna recharge everything. Just gonna be in our fight after this. So... I don't actually want to fire. You're just gonna die to fire. Huh. Nice. Alright. New fight. 2 Chaos Knights. That sucks. But I can also do something pretty similar. Briefly. I think I'm gonna teleport them to Husk Rack, so it takes them both a while to get there. I don't actually want to sabotage it, but I might. Oh well. I don't want to sabotage it because it's not that valuable, not because, you know, it's actually bad. Alright. Do this. Graviton. You're here. Then you're pathing weirdly. Then we mag pulse into... Ooh. I think I'll let the Rift Bomb hit and just do weapons. Because I don't want that firing at me. I don't care if it fires and I just don't take damage. But yeah, look. 8 DPS, but reduced by 1. And that's just from Havoc Maul. That's a lot of DPS, and he could have another weapon still. So, I mean, it's a pretty good weapon. Alright, let's try to evade that. Oh no. It's gonna hit. Oh well. Looks like I'm gonna put both of them in here. Alright. Now, we hit... whatever it's called, Missile Bay. That's what it's called. So that won't fire. Because, you know, 0% evasion. Don't really need to worry about missing anything. Alright, now we can just go out. I'll keep the Husk round here, so you can repair it after. Then we fireball into shields. Graviton, because they're repairing here. They have some husks, but it's not a huge issue. And then we just wait for the next salvo, then they'll die. Oh, I kind of want to keep you there. You can go here. This shouldn't matter with this repairing. Because I'm probably just gonna, you know, kill them. Alright. Another one? I'm gonna get scrap here, I don't need another one. Alright. I'm not gonna actually upgrade my reactor right now, because we have more important things, like shops. And we also have War Cult. So, might go here. Because chances are, one event is going to give me above 110, or really close to it, so I can sell something. And then maybe we could just roll for a Chaos Knight. That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Chaos Knight. Pretty chunky guy. I have an Imperial Psyker, so if this is... yeah. So you don't lose a crew member here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do what I said. See if I get a Chaos Knight. And if I don't, probably gonna get a Conqueror. Yeah. I'll actually get both of these. And this guy. And look at that. 5 DPS for max of 100 HP. That's a lot, isn't it? You know, 12 DPS. Pretty good. I like it. This is a good weapon, but it's really overpriced, in my opinion. It does low DPS. The kill restore 10 life is pretty good, but like, if you're getting enough kills for this to give a lot of healing, you probably didn't need it. And if you're not getting a lot of kills, then this weapon's not getting really any value, so it's like, why? Let's get one more power here. Probably gonna upgrade my engines next. And look, munitions, they sorted themselves out. Check it out. Ooh, free scrap. Let's do this, and then we should be good. Graviton. And Fireball, whatever, I don't... They're gonna be able to put it out wherever I put it. Because they have, well, enough crew to just do it anywhere, so there's that. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna teleport back, hit their weapons, and then, you know, be happy. Let's put them all in this room. You know, actually, I think we should put them all in this room. I like it more, you know? I don't need all my crew up here. I kind of want them up here, although this is probably more middling. There's a lot more systems in the rear part of the ship that are pretty important than the front. The only one in front is weapons. And while, yes, if I'm here, it's closer to shields, but I'm also further from Hull Reaper and engines and siege beam and everything else, so I think it's more valuable if I have them here. Although I could probably do this, because mutant's fast, so therefore I can just put them in the corner, because, you know, I'd rather have my slower crew next to the door because it's like, if a spell targets this room, I want them to be getting out first rather than the fast guy, which probably get out before it hits anyway. Alright, let's teleport into shields and maybe Graviton now. Oh, it's just gonna be Chaos Knights, isn't it? And look at this. Where is he? 12 DPS, 1 is removed. He's taking a ton of damage. An absolute bajillion. And this should be the last crew, because it's a Chaos Knight crew. Alright. Probably gonna hull repair. Let's do this. This allows me to power a Hull Reaper or get evasion if I want. So it's kind of like a little interchangeable thing you can do. It's pretty nice. Ah, go into the stinky room. Okay. I was hoping you'd go into my giant boarding crew. I'm just gonna teleport Marshal and Mutant into shields. So I can get rid of this real quick. There's a Necro Lurch. So I'm gonna put you up here. And get one repair job. Fantastic. Best reward. At least it wasn't one cryo from him. Alright. I should have done 2 system damage, so this should disable. And then get some Hull Reap. When they reap. Well, no. When you reap, they weep. Anyways. Pretty easy fight here. Just bang even more, I guess. I think I will reap here. Little low munitions, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much here. I went for the engineer there, just for the machine priest checks. And look, I don't need to actually get the 10 hull repair now, so I can just get a crew member and put them on doors, not engines. Evasion is stupid. But I upgraded here just because, you know, give the power actually something to do. Let's go gambling. For context, that event has a lot of different outcomes, and one of them is really, really good, but you can also get absolutely nothing. But the more common result is that you just get something. Hopefully this just destroys itself. I'm gonna recall. I don't want to actually take too much crew damage though. Oh, let's hit weapons there. Do evasion, so maybe evasion actually does something. Let's repair that. Put you piloting so you can put out the fire, but not repair piloting because, ooh, Hex Priest. We love Hex Priest. Anyways, I'm gonna hit missiles here. I don't want it to fire again. Oh well. Oh well. looks like I'm going to take damage. I'm just gonna fire the ret into shields, Hull Reaper. Or I could just kill you. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Because this O2 might just get burned. And then I'll lose my commander and, you know, lose the run. And that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Anyways. Yeah. I could have killed him there, but I don't want to risk that, especially when I'm way ahead. Vector Analyzer is pretty nice. Some extra evasion after I just dissed evasion with engines, but whatever. Alright, let's do this and Graviton, because one crew in both of those rooms means amazing. They're going to just funnel in and just die one by one. It's amazing what stun and all of that can do. Oh, there's one left. You know what? Have fun. No, come back here. You want to get killed by a husk? I know you do. Thank you. Anyways, let's put that back on, and let's, I don't know, let's just give them all of them, you know? Dark matter prisms for everyone, because everyone needs a dark matter prism. Also, by the way, if you didn't know, Ion just gets removed upon jumping, so you can just jump immediately after getting Ion. It's pretty nice. Let's move these guys up here. Oh, well, you do combat. I really wish this Fiend wasn't on my ship, as most reasonable people would. I want to get that. I could always Dark Matter Prism for it. I have a bajillion of those. Want to get system damage on shields, at least one. Alright. Let's teleport back. No. Let's kill this easily. Then let's move these two guys in here. Zerker can kill that guy. And they'll take a ton of damage. I got shot. Mag pulse, okay. I can just get hit shields. And Husk, go. Alright, thank you. That should have done enough damage that I can do this. No, I can't, okay. Wasn't paying enough attention there, but it's not like it really mattered. I'm not gonna take hull damage here anyway. That was a pretty nice evasion. Hit shields here. Double fire. Alright, and then just Hull Reaper finish the fight. Nice, nice, nice. Starting to take a fair bit of damage on my boarding crew. Rejuvenate would be nice, but probably don't need it. Honestly, I just want something like a Death Knight, Chaos Knight, any of those really high HP crew members right here. I'm actually only going to board you two, because I don't want to lose my HP on my other crew members. You're going to summon a Tentacle, because you're stinky. If you're wondering why that did extra system damage on a summon, Havoc Ball deals extra system damage on a kill, and summons usually do 0 damage, but you can get 1 damage off them with one that has +1 to that value, so that's why that did another system damage, even though it's something that usually doesn't deal system damage. Alright. Nice. Absorb that. That's convenient, don't even have to move any crew to repair that. Let's hit shields there, make the next salvo easier, hopefully. I'm probably not going to Hull Reaper though. Oh, let's try to evade it. Just see what happens, you know? Not like it mattered, but... Alright! The reason why I'm taking shields out with boarding on most of these demonic ship fights is to compound damage, so I can actually take the fight fairly quickly. Because once the demons are gone on the demonic ships, you're not going to get that system damage again. So you really have to make it matter, and the best way I've seen that actually makes it matter is by taking out shields, so you can keep those shields down with your weapons. That's the best way I found to just capitalize on those demons. There are cases where you do go for weapons instead, but for the most part I found that going for the shields is generally the best play for those demonics. Alright. Ooh, heavy ion lance. This is a fantastic weapon. It deals 5 ion damage for 1 power. You only get 2 charges, but it's essentially the ion version of a fusion charge. Also going to get missile here. Might buy claymore, might not. It's a good weapon. Well, missile. It's got 3 damage, 2 munition costs, still higher than what you normally pay for a missile, like it's usually 1. But 3 system damage is really good. It can, well, it disables the arties on bosses in 1 shot. I mean, it's fantastic. 20-second charge time isn't really that bad. Most of the good missiles are actually around that charge time, like Siege, Claymore are both at that. Even Heavy Flare is there too. That's also a really good missile. Alright, not gonna get medbay. Don't think I need it. I have a second exclusion, which means I'll have good scrap, so I'm gonna go for capability and get the Claymore. I will keep the Gladius though, in case I want to use less munitions to deal like 1 finishing system damage or something. It might pop up, probably won't, but there's no point in selling it. I'll get 1 reactor power just to make this a bit more forgiving. And let's move on. I might put my NG to operate the missile bay instead, but I'm gonna just operate on not doing that for a while. Let's see how it works. I boarded the missile bay here because this is the only thing that's probably gonna deal system damage to me. Probably, I mean, granted, probably nothing was going to, so I'm just gonna crew kill. But that is why I did that. Alright, let's move on. Still no shield charger, which really, really does suck. Hopefully I can get it on this one. And also get that fabled... another Shrine of Rage. Still gonna go there too. Yeah, get systems here and then probably go to the Shaman. I'm gonna pledge again to the Shrine of Rage just so I get... Oh wow, that's pretty nice event. I'm gonna probably get an armament or module. I will get an armament or module from that rather. And it's really just a matter if it's actually gonna be good or not. I'm considering heavy ion lancing here. Just so I can maybe disrupt this with Hull Reaper. Because I think I will. I'll expend 1 munition for it, because I just don't want to take some, I don't want to take all damage there. Oh wow, Corruption Beam. Fantastic. By far one of just the worst weapon in the game. Even Gravic Ray is better. Alright. Let's take these 2 guys out. Oh, why did you move? Alright, let's get some good system damage in here. Nice. Alright. I will Hull Reaper here, actually. Because this, with the bolt cannon, it will actually pierce through. And allow them to deal damage with the siege a little bit. I don't want that to happen, so I'm just gonna not let it happen. 2 damage, takes out the Fusilier 2, so there's no longer a real concern of me taking hull damage immediately. 2 skeletons going there. Alright, just heavy chance of Gator over kill them almost immediately. Let's hit the heart, so it's forced to repair that. The bolt cannon and the siege bombard on their own shouldn't be able to harm me, other than like by poison. So that's not too bad. Let's just hit hard again. Yeah, 1 system power, so it's not 2, but it is 1. One is actually worse than 2. I'd rather there be 2 in the heart. So it's forced to repair there longer when I deal, 2 system damage with the Retributor, but it shouldn't be too impactful here, so that's good. I have Purified. What am I thinking? I can just keep you in there. Alright. Let's get to the asteroid field. Maybe I'll get... well, I didn't, but I was gonna say maybe I'll get a boarding action, and then I'll get some equipment, and then actually some weapons to put on my 1, 2, 3, 4 remaining slots. Can't math out here. Only Void War. Alright. Let's repair the O2. I don't need evasion at this point, because they're all gonna die. Right? There. 21 scrap's pretty good. I don't want Burden here. Burden's pretty nice if you have Hate Matrix, just because, it has a 16-second cooldown, which is by far it's just the shortest of any spell that isn't being sacrificed to actually get that. I'm gonna power up Heavy Ion Lance, because this is War Cult Shrine. I'll get 1 more power here, just so I can constantly power both Siege and this, and also, have evasion, Like, with this setup, I'll still have evasion. Like, evasion's bad, but you still want to have some, Maybe you'll get lucky. I'm just not going to invest, like, 120 scrap to get, 5% more to get lucky. Anyways, let's hit that Shrine of Rage. And also sell this Corruption Beam once I hit the shop on the next node. 2 Fusillades, that's pretty scary. I'll have a Chunsocator do this. Reduce their evasion, then let it hit. Recall. Then, we Hull Reaper across here. So I get a Disruption, but I also hit weapons. Which ends up not really doing much, because the Mag Pulse doesn't really matter. But I will do this. Yeah, no, both hit. Oh, both missed and then both hit. Anyways, let's do this. Let's hit 4 rooms here. And then Mag Pulse. Heavy Ion Lance because they're at fairly low evasion. And then hit their shields. Now I do not have Heavy Ion Lances for the subsequent fights, but also these subsequent fights are probably going to have 2x2s in them, which means my boarding can probably take out their shields. Except I don't. I'll just Claymore instead. And then reduce their evasion. All the normal stuff. I guess this is probably the first time using Corruption Beam. Have fun with poison, I guess. Corruption Beam is a terrible weapon, but yeah, no, it's just terrible. There's no but. I guess, well, there actually is a but. If you use Carnage Optics with it, it can be okay. But at that point, just use something else, like Gravic Ray or Energy B1, which just does its job better. Like, this has a worse charge time than B1, which is just nuts weapon. It's really good. Let's just wait for that. But yeah, no, this weapon's just bad. Yeah, it does not affect shields. It doesn't even have shield penetration. Like, Gravic Ray has shield penetration. It has 2 shield penetration. Okay, that just misses. I should be able to get a kill really fast in here. In which case, I can Death Ball that, and then wait, and then let myself hit one of these. I'm probably gonna Mag Pulse, ret this, and I'm gonna Hull Reaper from down here to get both of their missiles out of this fight. I want this guy to die, thank you. Alright, and then We might just get a crew kill. Oh no, I'm gonna teleport back now. And corruption beam. Let's put mutant over here. Now, just so we get a little bit more damage on that guy. Hopefully gonna bait that. I will not. Alright, now we just take this fight nice and easy. They prepared it. How could they? I'm just gonna ret into shields and then Hall Reaper here. That should be good enough. Yeah, that's good. You know, have fun with corruption beam. Green. Anyways, let's get on with it. So many. So many prisms. Alright. Shield charger! Fantastic. Alright. Let's sell, like, what, 3 of these? No, let's sell all of that. So I have a little bit of space. Buy one of these. So I have 1 stack of that, which might be useful, especially if it's especially if it's barge. Heavy iron lance there. And probably go shaman here. Alright, let's continue. Assist. And let's take it. Mutant, I know, can't heal here, but we should be okay. Because these are pretty weak demons. And I'll just recall them once the poison hits, so I still have like a buffer of HP. But like, now look at all the system damage I did. Like, it's amazing. It's pretty good. Now, let's do, I'm just gonna Hall Reaper. I just need the damage. Nice. Like, simply put, I really just need the damage. I'm not gonna claymore though. That's a little overzealous with munitions. Let's just hit that. No, delay their repairs. See if I can kill the Ghoul Magus, because he's actually assisting with those repairs, and I don't like that. Shield charger. Alright, saved my sorcerer there. Sorry if I didn't notice that for a little bit. You kind of get lost in the sauce sometimes with this game. You know, too busy doing your boarding action, and then voila, one of your husks just randomly died. What happened? Anyways, let's kill this guy now. I'm gonna kill this as soon as I can, but I'm probably not gonna be able to prevent this part. Oh, I could, because I killed it. Alright. Let's get Fiends here. Fiends are pretty good. Let's give them their Dark Matter Prism back. Alright. The little thing about Dark Matter Prisms, they're actually decent at anti-boarding. They're not good, they're just decent. But it's better than nothing. Like, look, potential? Voila, it's gone. Anyways. Let's get back to it. Oh, that's not good. I don't want you shooting my husk. I'm probably gonna buy more munitions in the next shop, now that I think of it. You know, let's put you in there. Ret that. Ooh. Bakers. What is this? Ah, stinky. Is that level 3? It is. That's why that happened. Well, partially. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna Hall Reaper now. So I actually get this healing. Hopefully. Please. Oh my gosh. Heavy Ion again while they have 0 evasion, so I don't have to gamble. And, oh, fantastic. Hunger. I love hungers. They're a little hungry boyos. Little hungry boyos. Alright. Probably just gonna hit Heart there. Hopefully this replenishes its O2. So, ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna just repair that like this. Because the main issue here is probably gonna be crew damage here. Can you yeah, okay, you can heal on the next jump, that's good. Because you're getting a little sketchy on your HP. Ooh, fire mech pulse, then fire red. Oh wow, still no. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, revert their positions. I'll put you here, just so you can run out of the room easy. I know it's, you know, I mean, it's gonna be in the corner, so he's gonna get out of the room in time anyways, but in this case, he's such low HP. I actually want him to be out of a room immediately, especially when the case where he's gonna be taking damage are these subspace breaches, which are going to essentially suffocate the room almost immediately. Now I can put him back here because he's gonna heal. Put that on him. Alright. Oh. I can only go here. I didn't actually realize that. My path is fine. But I won't be able to get crew, which sucks. Okay. That makes things a little different. Okay, let's hopefully be able to kill that. I'm gonna just not risk that. Put the Conqueror there. And let's take this fight fairly cautiously. Like, well, not cautiously, rather aggressively, actually. So I don't take damage from you. Actually, I'm gonna hit here because I have the wonderful thing known as Shield Charger. The thing that allows you to just ignore that. It's a fantastic system. Just allows you to not. Wow, still no Hull Reap after 2 of them. Well, 1, but I think you get my point. Like, no reaping. I am weeping. This does nothing here, I'm just powering it. Yeah, let's just fire, hope it's not there, thank you. Alright, let's repair the subspace breach and get on our way. Alright, let's see what this is. Hopefully, it's another demonic ship, so I can kill another thing. It is not. It is nothing, actually. Fantastic. A thing about empty nodes is that there is actually a specified amount of empty nodes per sector. Like, it's a range, but you will get empty nodes. So, when you hit an empty node, like, you're going to get one. It was just a matter of time. So don't be too upset when you get a lot of them in a row. It really means that if you get a lot of them in a row, you're probably not going to get them in subsequent ones, because you probably went through a lot of your empty nodes already. So, it can suck in some situations, but for the most part, it's not too bad. That's really bad, though. Let's actually just do this. And kill them immediately. Okay, that was just kind of funny. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna wait, actually. Okay, so it does disable. Nice. I might not fire the Hull Reaper this fight if I don't have to. Alright, I'm gonna charge the Corruption Beam. I'm probably going to shield break that, and then hit that. And then maybe I could get a little bit of use out of Corruption Beam instead of using the heavy ion lance. Maybe. Okay, I'm just going to heavy ion lance here. Hopefully that hits. If it doesn't, I'm going to just have to charge it. Nice, nice. Alright. Actually, I should have saved the Mach Pulse, then hit this. Alright. Oops, all poison. I need more damage against that. that room. Huh. Please double hit. Nice, thank you. You did your job right. Corruption beam's getting decent use, but it's like, why? Oh, wow. No poison. Because I guess I corruption beamed while they're still poisoned, and then when the sensors turned on, when I now realize that poison gone, so that means corruption beam hit, they were still poisoned, then it disappeared right after the beam left the room. So, fun timings. Alright, let's hit that again. Get more poison. Oh, it was a fire that did it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. There's probably a fire in there from the ret. Hit the corruption. Fire burned it. They put out the fire. That makes a lot more sense. I shot the wrong room. It probably won't matter though, because this chonker takes so long to recharge. Okay. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, took a little damage. Oh well. 5 damage, kinda sucks. Not that bad though. Chaos Rift. And a Berserker. Wowee. Making it up out here. Bop, and bop. Alright, I will note that I don't have any of those left now. But I still have, you know, the ability to get more. Let's go up here. It doesn't really matter which node I take there. So I'll just take the guaranteed event. Let's go here. Ooh, everyone's already in there. What? Where did my power go? I'm gonna recall. That's a, yeah. You would have turned into a thrall. I'm gonna put you there. Put you up there. Yeah, because they... So, a thing with these blood priests is they do like to target low health crew. Like, even if they can't see you. In this case, they can. But even if they don't see you, like they don't have sensors on you, they know where your low health crew are, and they will actively target them. So you just have to be careful of that with the blood curse guys. Also, mind control ones. Not mind control just targets rooms with crew in them. But mind bolt ones is what I was trying to say. You do need to be aware of those because there are a few crew members on them. The most common one you'll see is the one on the battle arc. It's the commander, he has it. But there's also a niche scenario where if you activate the demonic heart on Doom Engine in phase 3, there's an aberrant that's called Abominable, and he has a mind bolt. So there is that to consider, but you see him so rarely that it doesn't matter because you don't want to activate demonic hearts in boss fights. I'll get to that later with boss strategy once you actually get to a boss. Let's put them all down here, put them up here, and then put you in there, and then you there. Dodge everything. Put everyone back where they go. So when the next one fires, well, I can just do the same thing. Which I think the other one may have died. Nope, he's right there. Alright. Let's do that again. Alright, now put him back. Alright. Corruption. Oh, that was a really fast shield charger. Well, that's just what shield charger does. But I'm just gonna play more. I don't want this fight to last that long. Yeah. I just want to end it. Not a lot of munitions. I'll buy munitions here, if I actually remember to. That's pretty good demonic crew for this ship. Let's only do these two guys though. I actually want my berserker to heal for once. Alright, get that. Kill skeletons. Let's go here. So I kind of want to kill... Maybe cut it a little close there. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna teleport a husk into here while he's stunned. So I get a little juicy stuff. The scrap. The scrap, I mean the scrap. And let's try to take this fight fairly quickly. Because I'm gonna let's put you here. Because you are very low HP. So, I kinda want you to stay alive. May or may not be my command. Alright, this does nothing. I don't care. Retributor into the heart. Put you there, put you. I want you to go here. Okay, this husk. Engineer, yeah. Did that so, two of these die. Hopefully it won't kill my Marshal because he's also pretty low HP. I don't want to lose him. He has some pretty nice equipment on him. I'm gonna just keep you there. Okay, good. Well, let's just prepare that. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Alright, there we go. And let's buy some missiles. Well, munitions, not missiles. I'm not gonna get it. Even though I do have a lance, it's just not worth it. I'm gonna sell you. You're just stinky. Nothing really good here. Alright. Oh. Nothing really good here. Alright. If you're curious why I'm not going to pick up Demonic Lance, I find it can make your run easier to lose if you're not careful with your commander. Because, well, even your crew, because you'll lose them a little bit more often. If, like, some boarding event happens, like, I have no healing. So it's just going to be, like, really stressful if I bring this up, especially I'm using this a lot. So I really just don't want to deal with that at all. With like my crew just being universally pretty low HP. I don't want to deal with that. Let's put the Conqueror there. It's probably going to be Fiend Blood Golem into shields if I'm bored. I'm probably not going to be able to win that. Well, I would if I actually had max HP, but here I will not. I could do something funny-ish if I want to use the prisms, but I honestly really don't, so I'm just going to rely on my armament to take this. I should be able to do it. I'll put you on engines just to make it a little bit easier. Yeah, hopefully that hits. Nice. Let's hit the heart. And go down like that. Because I can just shield trigger their armament when it actually fires. And it's no longer an issue. Wow. Alright. I just saved his position to that room so I can just hit enter when, it comes to that again. I'll take it now. I don't want to deal with it. I could probably take this fight without using one more munition, but I'm just gonna take it quick. It's not like I'm fairly low on munitions, but I'm not low enough that I really care. It's not a huge issue. It's an issue. It's not a huge one. Let's try to break that door quicker. Nice. Where's my Conqueror? There he is. Where's my Conqueror? Alright, let's spend all of that. Put you, I don't know, just put you in engines or something, I guess. Fireball that. Oh, I'm not actually gonna be able to do that. Hold on, sorry for being really silent there. Had to focus a little bit there, and I didn't even get like an ideal scenario there. Soul Spear got off, disabled some chaff armament. Although I should still be able to get it. Yeah, okay, that's good. And by chaff armament, I just mean like armament that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but still is like protecting the weapon that's probably actually going to do damage to me. Alright, I'm going to just pull Reaper here, get that back, and take this fight a little bit quicker. Because probably want to get an armament upgrade. I mean, I am working with almost just the default armament right now. Sector 4. You can get away with it, but ideally I really don't want to be on this armament for the boss. Like, I'll be able to hold DPS like this, but killing shields might be a little sketchy. I do also want to get some sort of healing. That would be good. Yeah. I think what I want is better crew healing, armament is kind of what I'm looking for here. I'll get a husk, why not? And let's put him there, and then let's put you, actually, I could put you in sensors just so I don't have to vent around. I'll just put you in there. Okay. Blood Cult or Imperial? I'm gonna go Blood Cult. They generally have units that I actually want here. Like if I get Blood Cult, War Cult are like the units I'm probably gonna be finding here. Get a nice shop pretty early on it too. Oh my gosh. Now here's a consideration. Do I actually want to install it? And my answer to that question is actually no. I'm not dealing with that. I know it's a good module, I'm very well aware of that, but I'm not dealing with the downsides. I simply do not want to. He's pretty nice. I can't do Thrall Pit, sadly, because I started with Graviton. See, look, this came into effect. But I may just use him as, you know, 1 extra damage and also rejuvenate. Oh well, if I actually want to sell something for it. Alright. Oh, I put the wrong spell on him, but I also don't care, because I can always put rejuvenate through that fireball. But it's also not the wrong spell, because I was gonna equip that at some point anyway. Yeah, no, let's just give you rejuvenate. It's not gonna do much there, but it's fine. Alright. Could get like a munition there. Probably don't need it. Alright. Let's hit doors. Yeah, doors. So I can get... I could just teleport here. And then swap... actually, no, I want to put you in here. And Conqueror there. Berserker there. Okay, that's what I want. Okay. And then it's just disrupt that. Alright. Let's heal that Berserker so I don't have to recall. I might take the Berserker off my boarding team, just so I don't have to worry about him being like low HP and all. Because I could use the EBM instead. The Elder Blood Mage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the Elder Blood Mage instead, honestly. He seems pretty nice for boarding. Well, he is pretty nice for boarding. I mean, I'll show you the slots after if you didn't already see them or know them. Oh, nice. But he has pretty good slots, pretty decent HP. He's practically just a mini Blood Knight at this point. Like, oh, I mean, slot-wise, he is actually just a mini Blood Knight. He has the same slots, just less HP. And an innate spell. Although, Blood Knight does not get an innate spell, although it starts with a stronger one, so it's not really... not really that bad. And you're going to be using him for boarding anyway. This guy you actually use for stuff that isn't boarding. Most of the time is probably inaccurate. Part of the time. I tend to actually use EBM fairly often for boarding. Because now I can give him armor. I'm just gonna keep it in my inventory. Alright, let's put this Berserker here. Then put the EBM here. I'm gonna go here for the weapons and such. I'm gonna look here and see if I can find like some sort of cheap armament I can get. That isn't that. It's like one of the few I just don't want. Could get Energy Beam 2 here. I don't want this. Could sell the Fiend reagents for Energy Beam 2. This isn't a good beam. Well, ideally I'm looking for shield breaking here with my armament. So, getting Beam 2 doesn't actually make a lot of sense. Because I have Siege and Hull Reaper. I'll just get 30 munitions and leave. Alright. That's a pretty chunky armament. Too bad their whole crew's just gonna die. Because they chose to be Death Cultists. Instead of, you know, something better. Like, I don't know, Gorgothian Legionnaires or something. Alright. Looks like I'm just kind of forced to go through a shipyard, so... Free husk time. Ooh! Ah, it's Hauler one. Hauler event isn't really that good. At least I get something okay. Combat in this case. Sometimes you just get like a random piece of like pretty bad equipment and then you're like, bye. And then you just leave. But here, combat, it's alright. Oh wow, there's a fire in my Hull Reaper. What if I just don't give you O2? Alright. I'm gonna take a Hull Reaper here. I wanna kill this guy pretty quickly. Because I don't want this to repair. They have enough crew to actually out-repair my, my Retributor 2 on its own, so... It's probably ideal that I... the Hull Reaper to help suppress damage, but not only that, but to... I'm gonna hit 3 rooms here because it's recharging. But... no, not only to suppress damage, but to just chunk more hull, because Retributor 2 is not doing a lot. Oh, you're just gonna self-asphyxiate. Big words. Well, it's not even one word. It's a hyphenated. I believe it's hyphenated. Alright, let's take this guy down here, put out the fire, and just Retributor. I'm not gonna use any ammunition. Nice. And just put out this fire manually. There's a vent right there. But I couldn't be bothered. Alright. I'll go here just to keep my options open for a little bit longer if I somehow get an epiphany and be like, oh, I actually really want to go to the other one. But I'm probably not. I'll put you in weapon. I'll put you in shields. No, weapons. There's an NG right next to shields. Alright. Yeah, no, I just want equipment. I have so many weapon slots that I can fill with good things. I already have like Commander with really high DPS. Oh my gosh, displacement. But yeah, really high DPS, so I just need some. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. Alright. We're getting this and oh, hold on, let's be a little bit more careful with our purchases. A little bit. Because I want this, obviously. And I might have cucked myself. Alright, let's calculate. I'll sell 4 more of these. Alright, and then just put, I don't know, both of these back on you. Alright, 30 scrap away. What else do we have? This. I'm not selling the magma gun. Not selling either of these as well. I can sell the armors, because I'm probably gonna make... I'm probably gonna put you as a border over you if I don't have armor. I probably won't need this, because if you're not gonna be boarding, I'm not really gonna have a tool slot to board. So therefore, this isn't really that good. If I sell all of this, I can get them, which is great. Yeah. And it also permits me 2 more scrap. See, look. This guy. 2 fusion charges. Fantastic. Alright, you're out of the boarding team. You served well. But now, you're going to the bow zone. You're going to shields. Yeah. Alright. Now... let's look at our boarding crew. I would like this, but I don't think I can get it unless if I sacrifice Claymore, which I bought. Because I thought, double exclusion, let's go, you know? But I think there's actually some merit in here. I did use it a little bit. This sucks though. Like, removing the Claymore would just ruin my DPS. I'm gonna put this on you though. Actually, hold on. Let's do that. Because Commander's always boarding, because he has heavy translocator, so may as well give him that. And then I'll just give them other stun to him, why not? Yeah. Oh, looked weird. Yeah, no. A little sucky. But that's, I think, all I can do. I have stun and magma gun, so this should be fine. It's, oh my gosh. Of course it's there. Realistically, I don't really need any consumables, so I'm just gonna skip it. Heresy of skipping a shop. But like, literally I have quite nothing to spend. Alright. Rest upgrades are probably going to be going into... Ah, I could have just not gotten level 3 shields. That was probably a mistake, getting level 3 shields, actually. That was probably what did it. Right. Let's put you up there. Take his booty. And then run away. Rejuvenate. Oh my gosh, you have so much evasion. Wow. Of course it hits, and the other plane misses. Alright. Do a little bit more damage there. And now it's heavy translocator again, because I have healing, and you don't. So therefore I can board more. By the way, I ran these guys through because they would chase, and then I would get some extra stuns in there. That's why I did that. It helps keep these guys with less pressure on them. Move these guys up to this guy. Like, if these guys had weapons, they would actually be pretty decent against these Centurions. Like, not ideal, but still decent. Flare cannon is pretty nice pickup, though. If I can actually manage to use it, it might be pretty nice. Might switch out the EBM with you again, because you have more DPS, and I'm gonna be stunning, so might be better. Alright, let's put these guys up here. Steal. Love stealing. 70 scrap. That is a lot of scrap. Alright, it's heavy iron lance. Do this. Because this is kind of what I wanted, like what I was talking about earlier, just an additional shield breaker. Oh, there's 2 of them, that's why I was so many. I don't want to fight a Claymore if I don't have to, because I'm not getting any more munitions, chances are. So, that means I kind of want to actually preserve those munitions. Except by Hull Reaper, I actually want to use Hull Reaper. Because this is the most efficient way I can use my munitions and convert it into hull damage. So just spamming Hull Reaper, it's probably going to be okay, because, well, it's not going to use too many munitions. It'll still use some. Purify? I'm too bothered to actually, like, do anything about that. Hopefully both hit, and I don't have to expend that. Both, in fact, did not hit, but I have a funny thing called Blood Spear. Alright. Oh, I can get munitions at the shipyard. That'll probably be a good idea. I quite like that. Quite like that idea. Alright, let's put that fire out. You're taking a lot of damage. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Try to get that Centurion kill and then recall. Go away. And then, well, I think it's pretty clear what I do then. Nice, it missed. I didn't have to use shield charger. Well, not like it would get much value anyway. It being ioned shortly after. I can be a little bit more silly with this, with the with that little Hull Reaper, and I think I will. So therefore, I fire. And that's just heavy iron minutes ago. Probably gonna reorder that, so heavy ion lance is last. Actually, I might keep it this order because on the boss fight, there's one shock husk in here. I want it to ion the heavy flare and also have this powered because I'm gonna upgrade weapons once before the boss fight. So all of these are powered. So it ions this, and then the heavy ion lance is still on, and then I can use that at my discretion. Because heavy ion lance is gonna be pretty key in this fight. I believe. I do have fusion charges. It could be pretty key, rather. Alright, I think I'm gonna upgrade this to level 2. Level 2 is really where you want Siege Beam. Like, let's look at it. Level 1, it's pretty much just like Siege Bombard in the sense it just does 1 damage at whatever it hits. And yeah, that's about it. When it's level 2, you can see it does 2 times 2 to the systemless, and it has it's double the beam length, so you actually hit 2 rooms pretty consistently, and one of those rooms is probably going to be a systemless, so usually do around like 3 damage, could do 2, could do 4. It's pretty good to have it on level 2 instead of level 1. That's a really chunky, really easy to eat alive kind of crew. By just killing everything almost immediately. Except that, because they don't have weapons. Because that's fun. We love not having weapons. Alright, I'm gonna wait for the second rejuvenate, and I'll just get, I don't know, 1 power, and I could do this and that. Give this a little buffer, which I think I might actually do. Just so you know, using Shield Charger at level 2 is generally not that good. You want to use it at level 1. It comes off cooldown quicker, not because like the cooldown thing that's labeled is shorter, or well, longer, but more so the effect duration. You want the effect duration to only last the complete time it takes to resist the armament that you know, used it to counter. So, if you, say, get shot by Storm 3, and then it hits your shield charger, there's about like 8-7 seconds where it's just doing absolutely nothing. And you really don't want it to be active, because when it's not active, it's on cooldown, and when it's on cooldown, that means you can probably get it off in time so that it can fire again. I want to give you the fusion charges, actually. Alright, let's purify. You can pre-purify to get 10 seconds of free purify against the boss. Alright, let's go to Doom Engine. Let's have some fun. Alright, how do we want to take this? I'm gonna be boarding. That's definitely what I want to do. Do I want to put Fiends on my own ship? I think the answer is yes. I want it to be able to deal with anti-boarding in combination of Chaos Rift. So I will put them on my ship. I might wait on teleporting so I can use the Blood Spear to interrupt one of their casters real quick. Because that should happen pretty quick. I'm gonna interrupt this one because I know this is a Soul Spear. This could be skeletons or a Doom effigy. Well, skeletons from a Doom effigy, or it's literally a Doom effigy summon. Yeah, it's just skeletons. Okay, now we teleport there. We're not going to activate it immediately. There's no need. I'm going to Chaos Rift. I know I'll send my Fiend, like, over to the other ship, and kind of, like, ruins the point of having him for anti-boarding, but also, yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I want this on cooldown after I get something. This is, yeah. I could have not summoned the Fiend, been a little bit better there, but I don't think it's a major issue. I'm not concerned about this Soul Spear. I'll be able to either heal it off or, well, just not care, because it's only 1 damage, and I'll just be able to repair it off, either whole. I know I said that again, but like hull-wise or system-wise, well, both. Yeah, I'll just repair engines. Alright, and that is Graviton being really useful. They come in slowly, and it ends up me getting some pretty easy kills there against Chaos Knights, if anything. Mag Pulse here. Ooh, it already got a summon off. Alright, well, that's not what I wanted, but I'll just have to deal with it. Alright, let's do that. It's gonna be in the same room. Okay. Purify. Run. Thankfully, I'm gonna pay attention here with, so I need to pay attention here, rather. Because you are gonna do a summon skeleton while on your own devices, probably. Right? If not, then I guess why? Why wouldn't you, I guess? I don't know. Alright, let's put you back in here and have the Berserker tank, because he only does 2 damage, and then you have reduced 1, so he's gonna do 1 damage to the Berserker, which, despite his 30 HP, it's still, like, no damage. No damage at all. Alright, that's fine. There is a Doom effigy on their ship, so I'll just kill their last 2 Chaos Knights. And then recall. Shield Charger. Ball Reaper. Mag Pulse. Retributor into the empty room because there might be a phase change while I'm firing. And I want to actually get that damage off. Oh, didn't pop up until after, but whatever. Alright, get 2 shots and then 3 shots there. Oh, 4, sorry. Claim on that. Do I want to eat the 4 shots? Yeah, I'm just gonna eat it. Ends up being okay, yeah. Berserker, go. Okay, there we go. I want you to be alive, preferably. Yeah. Okay, let's summon the other thing. Well, they can switch places. Berserker can go in there. Oh, you're a thing. Let's purify. Send these 2 guys to deal with that. Actually, I'll send you to take the Fiend's position previously. And start just wailing on the Sissel Tiger with the My Mutant with 10 DPS. Instantly kill these skeletons. Nearly. That's gonna hit 2 systems I don't really care about that much. That's cool. Alright, let's put them here. Put you on engines. Actually, do I really need to repair that? No, I don't. Alright, let's put you there. Put you back where you belong. That being the room where I'm gonna be boarding. Hopefully that Claymore hits, then I can Heavy Ion hits. And hopefully that hits. So I can just start going at it. Oop, didn't hit all the rooms there. Could have been a little not great, but still okay. Shield Charger there. I don't know what my Fiend's doing, but he wants to go that way. I would like you to go to the skeleton in piloting, but apparently you do not know what anti-boarding is. Yeah, no, you're just bad at your job. Okay. Let's Graviton. Oh, that's a little stinky. I didn't notice this. It won't do anything though, so just let it die. Let it die, let it die. Let it shrivel up and die. Come on, he's with me. Alright. The Warbringer's in there, so bye-bye. Oh, not the Warbringer, the Hellbringer. Same difference. Alright, let's put you there. I don't want to kill Shock Husk and Shields, actually. Because now I can, but... Ooh, they're all in there. Oh, you're in there. Run away. Oh, well. Oh, well. I guess we could do this. Oh, they're not in there anymore, apparently. Oh, okay. You're in there, though. You teleported back, my friend. Did you have to teleport back? You could have just not done that, you know. Would have been fine by me. Alright, let's put the Conqueror back there. Just a random husk here, and random husk there. We should be all good. Double Ion. Nothing's actually firing, so I can actually shield back on this one. Kill that. Mag Pulse. Rejuvenate. Actually didn't use that the whole fight. Until now. Red. There we go. Fantastic. And there you have it. That's Imperial Z. I'll probably make another one of these. Next is probably going to be Interdictor A. But I will see you next time. Have a good day.